we couldn't be more happy and appreciative to have you joining us online today. We also have our great in-studio audience. Thank you guys for that. And over on the couch, it's our awesome What's Trending panel. What's up? He's hilarious. His show Web Soup rocks, and he hosts my favorite podcast, Nerdist. It's Chris Hardwick.
Hey, everybody, it's me.
He's hilarious. His show, The League, rocks. And he hosts my other favorite podcast, How Did This Get Made? Mr. Paul Scheer.
Hey, thank you. And we've both done each other's podcasts.
Yeah, how about
You've done each other's podcasts? That could sound...
There's no malicious...
You've done each other.
There's a lot,
yes,
in podcast form.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, it's very incestuous, the podcast community.
And now, of course, I want to include our very own Melissa June Rowley, who's going to be telling us what you are thinking throughout the show.
Yes, thank you. I'm in the chat room right now. We'd love to hear what you think of the show today and what questions you have for our panelists. So please tweet us at What's Trending using the hashtag W2Live or join us in the chat room.
Please do. Now, Chris, you're a master nerd.
Okay.
You're going old school, though, with a book. Tell us about that.
I've decided that print media is not dead.
Holy moly.
I know. I wrote a book called The Nerdist Way, and it's basically, it's a productivity book for nerdy-minded people.
How can you become a productive nerd?
Am I allowed to swear on the show now?
Do whatever you want.
Whoa.
Am I allowed to swear?
I don't know. Where's the producer? No. I'm telling you, just be yourself, though.
Oh, okay.
So whatever that means.
I was a complete F-up in my 20s, and then when I hit 30, 31, I kind of realized, like, all the things about me as a kid that made me nerdy are all the tools that I actually need. Like hyper-focus. Nerds will focus on something into quantum detail and try to understand a thing more than anyone else. That's sort of the mutant power of what it means to be a nerd, I think. And so, I mean, at the expense of healthy social interaction, too. So I decided that I would focus all my energy on, like, trying to do constructive things rather than, like, playing, Grand Theft Auto 2 until 5 o'clock in the morning. And so that's kind of...
You know you were doing that last night. Come on, just admit it.
You were going retro, too.
I had to give up. Yeah, now that's retro.
Yeah.
I had to give up gaming for the most part.
No way.
Yeah, because I just couldn't... It was difficult for me to do...
You've depressed a lot of people out there right now.
No, it's only so I could get other things done. If I played World of Warcraft online, I would never do anything else.
I would love to be able to do that nonstop, but yeah, it sucks up every bit of your time. All of a sudden, you're like, what have I done? Just sat here for an hour and a half.
And it tricks you into thinking you're doing something. You're like, I have all this gold. And you're like, well, it's not real gold.
It's not real. You're not actually
You
rich.
have way too much in common, I think, is what we're discovering.
But nerds are the new rock stars, aren't they?
I guess. I don't know. It wasn't really a cool thing when I was growing up. Yeah. I guess we're out of the closet now. I don't know.
Yeah.
You are, and you're flamboyant as ever.
Yep.
And it works. And now you have BBC. You've made your podcast into a TV show, which is so exciting.
Yes, we did a TV version of the podcast for BBC America. We had Craig Ferguson and Matt Smith, who plays the Doctor on Doctor Who, were our guests. And that's going to be on September 24th, after Doctor Who.
That's a nerdy thing that I want to get into, Doctor Who. I don't know anything about Doctor Who.
It's the greatest
It's
show!
I know.
In the universe!
You need to have a sleepover. You guys need to have a sleepover, and you need to introduce him to
And I
it.
watch a lot of nerdy shows.
Hey, June, can your husband have a sleepover at my house?
Like, take him, get out of here, go, leave.
I have work to do.
Now, you have a show.
Yes.
What is well, there's a bunch of shows you got, but NTSF SDSUV, what does that stand for?
It stands for National Terrorism Strike Force San Diego Sport Utility Vehicle. It has the most acronym show on television with the most colons.
Yes.
It's a 15-minute show on Adult Swim, and it kind of makes fun of like CSI Miami, NCIS Los Angeles, Hawaii Five-0, all those kind of cop
How
shows.
do you solve crimes in 15 minutes?
Very quickly. We have a serial killer dolphin. We have...
Dolphin?
Yeah,
That's
amazing.
horrible.
I get
What
into
does
it.
PETA say?
What? Peter probably is pretty mad because the end of the episode is me just beating a dolphin with a gun in the
But if he's
ocean.
a serial killer, like, how can does PETA support serial killers?
Exactly.
I think that's what
There are normal dolphins that we don't beat up,
Yes.
but the bad ones you have to
you
take
have
down.
to take some of them down.
I respect
Some
that.
dolphins are dicks. I think that's
Yeah.
what we understand.
And
Not
that's
all
the
of them
word
are
that we're
awesome.
trying to get out
Yeah.
there.
It's the
Some
DDs
dolphins
out
are-
there.
What?
So now season 3 of The League kicks off October 6th.
Yes.
Now what can people expect? You have a ton of fans out there. You've built a great audience.
Well, season 3 of the league should expect Seth Rogen. Actually, is going to be in our first episode back, which is exciting. Will Forte will be in it, and just a bunch of guys. Fun times. The show I think gets better and better. So
Yeah, making dirty jokes.
making dirty jokes always. We can trying to push the limits of what FX will allow us to say, which I would show you here, but I don't think that would be. I think we get bleeped.
No, we don't do bleeping.
You don't do bleep?
No.
All right. Well, there's a lot. There's a lot. We try to push the F-bombs.
And are you a fantasy football guy?
I am. I became a fantasy football guy. I never was before the show. But it's kind of, to me, a perfect nerd hobby. It's like real life
It's the
Dungeons
guys
and
who
Dragons.
can't
You're
be,
just,
who aren't like football players, who aren't the real dudes, but they can pretend they're real dudes by doing fantasy.
yeah, I guess.
I feel like most football fans could not be football players. Like that's
Yeah, obviously.
There's like some fat guy in the bar who's like, "That's my team," and I'm like, "You're sitting on your ass,
Hey, come on,
eating
don't
peanuts."
I'm wearing the jersey though.
but that's
come
not
on.
even.
Oh my God.
But you don't have to know about fantasy football to like the league. We
Yeah.
always say all you need to do is have friends that you hate, and that kind of encompasses the whole
There
thing.
you go. Well,